Hey, what's up guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Today we have the performance review for the Adidas Crazy Light Boost. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so this is the traction pattern, and basically if I could sum up the way that this works in one word, it would just be inconsistent. This stuff worked really well on some courts, it worked not so well on other courts, and on dusty courts it just got super clogged up. Outdoors they were pretty much a no-go, and for me that was probably one of the most disappointing aspects of this shoe, just that I just couldn't get good grip no matter where I was playing unless that court was pristine. As far as cushion is concerned, we have the very first basketball shoe featuring Boost Foam. Boost Foam, in case you didn't know, is pretty much my favorite out of all the foam cushions. It's awesome, it's super responsive, it lasts a long time, and it's lightweight. However, they did not put it in the forefoot, and that just for me was a huge bummer. What they ended up doing was segmenting it. They have a boost pod right here in the heel, so most of this is just all boost. And on the forefoot here, we have a very thin layer of pretty dense EVA foam, which is just their standard foam. And if you see the black portions, that's how thick it is. This red rand right here that goes all the way around is part of their stable frame, and that basically cups your foot so that you have ultimate stability, which I thought was great. However, there was just no forefoot cushion. I'm not a heel guy. I really ride from the midfoot up when I'm playing, and so do most other players. And with that cushion being so low and so dense, it was just very disappointing, especially seeing as how Boost is my favorite cushion setup that pretty much any brand has come out with so far. Now they could have made up for that with the insole here, but unfortunately they just went with a super lightweight, kind of cheap insole. I wish that they would have at least put an adidas pad right here. That would have helped out just a little bit, but you can always go and grab your own insole. Finish Line has a whole bunch of them available, all different options. They have types for arch support, they have heel cushion, forefoot cushion, both. So if you're looking for an insole, whether it be for these shoes or for a different shoe, Finish Line pretty much got you covered. As far as the materials are concerned, that was probably like my favorite part about this shoe. They used a very lightweight mesh with this kind of webbed TPU overlay. It's actually not TPU, I don't know what it is, it's almost like glue, but whatever this was, they did it really nicely. It feels really nice on foot. There's no pinching or binding, there's no sprint frame, so there's nothing really, constricting your foot in a negative way. You just get a really nice fit with the materials without any break-in time. And even though that this is full-on mesh upper, it's a very strong mesh. It has almost no stretch to it, so it's not like spandex. It's just like a really great setup in my opinion. Again, from here up, I love the shoe. Here down, not so much. They fit true to size, so that's what I would go with. They do run slightly short, so if you have a very wide foot or you just like a little bit of space in your toe box, you might want to consider going up half a size. This is one of those shoes though that I definitely recommend going in store and trying on just to be sure, because you can never be too certain when you're buying online. In-store purchases are usually the best option to get that perfect one-to-one fit. Lockdown though was incredible. The way that they made this last, it just kind of wraps around your foot perfectly, mostly due to the mesh upper. When you have something as lightweight and as weak as mesh, you definitely want that to be as close to your foot as possible, and that's what they did here. And then the back of the shoe was great, great lockdown. I didn't even have to tie these up all the way. I laced them up to about right here, and it felt like playing in a really secure low top. So if you needed that additional support, you can always lace into the top, but other than that, you're pretty much secured. Really great padding up in the heel and collar area, so no slippage whatsoever. And then the little cage back here kept your heel in place side to side. Ventilation on the shoe is pretty good. Again, it's mostly mesh upper. None of that mesh is truly restricted. You have some overlays here, but not enough to where it's going to restrict airflow. And then the tongue itself was made out of Tech Fit, which is one of my favorite materials from Adidas, and that's just a really breathable and moisture-wicking fabric. As far as support is concerned, it's actually pretty abundant for such a lightweight shoe. So starting off at the bottom, we have their X-bar. It's a traditional system they use in a lot of their older shoes, where you have two beams coming up and then two beams going down. Offers plenty of torsional support, but it's lightweight, and it offers a little bit of spring back when you're getting off of your toes, so on toe offs, it just springs back into shape. It's supposed to give you an extra boost in your performance. And then we have what they call the stable frame again, which is this midsole. Most of this red area here that lines the shoe, it actually cups your foot. So again, your foot's sitting on this black section, and then all of this is just kind of cupped over. You can literally fold it over, and it just keeps your foot in place. I really like that. I wish that more midsoles were like that, so that you're not sitting directly on top of the midsole, you're actually in the midsole a little bit. It gives you just a little bit more secure feeling, a little bit extra support, and some added stability as well. The rest of the support comes from that really nice fit along the upper, that lockdown that you get with the lacing system, as well as the heel lockdown, and then this TPU little section keeps it in place so that it doesn't shift side to side, and that's exactly what you need in order to hopefully prevent ankle injuries. All right guys, that pretty much takes care of everything for the Adidas Crazy Light Boost. Overall, it's a decent model. Something that I wasn't too fond of was just that inconsistent traction. It just didn't work on most courts, and I just really don't play on courts that are super clean all the time. So with that, you know, I really just can't get down with these. The highlight definitely was the upper, so if you are looking for something crazy light, then these will definitely be pretty light. Not as light as the previous renditions, but it's light enough, in my opinion, to where it still offers decent enough support, and the fit was just fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support, and if you're interested in these guys, you can grab them now over at finishline.com. So thank you guys again, and until next time, have a good one.